Thank you both for being here, and thank you for your candor, although it seems to me it's a little tactful candor. Let me just ask you bluntly, Mr. Zumwalt, does North Korea have nuclear weapons, in your opinion?
North Korea has engaged in 3 nuclear tests, and we are very concerned about their nuclear weapons.
So that would be, is that a yes? Pick a horse and ride it. Is it yes or no?
They have, yes.
Mr. Zumwalt, I mean, Mr. Countryman, I'm sorry.
Yes.
All right, thank you. If the United States proceeds after the 1-2-3 agreement on a long-term agreement with the problem being the advance to consent to enrichment and reprocessing, do you think, in your opinion, we should make that additional step and grant that to South Korea?
Well, in the 1-2-3 agreement, that is, of course, one of several key questions that we are deciding and that we are negotiating. So I wouldn't go into deep detail about how we will resolve these issues between our 2 sides.
Do you have an opinion?
Certainly.
Can I hear what it is?
My opinion is that it is premature to decide every potential question. Rather, what we need to find is a process by which the U.S. and the ROK can together, as partners, make smart decisions about technologies on the basis of economics, technical feasibility, and nonproliferation concerns.
All right. Based on your expertise, both of you, we move forward with that step. North Korea, Junior up there, what's he going to do? What's he going to say? What's he going to do? What's his reaction? I'm talking about the President, Kim, excuse me.
I think the ranking member also has already pointed out that predictability is not the strongest suit of the DPRK leader. So I'm reluctant to make a prediction, but it is an issue that we are constantly discussing with our key allies in the region, the ROK and Japan, as well as with the Chinese. And I think that I'll let Mr. Zumwalt comment further, but I think we do try to take into account, to the extent possible, the predicted result, the predicted reaction from Pyongyang.
Mr. Zumwalt.
Yeah, earlier when I had said we were looking to North Korea to take concrete steps to show it's serious about denuclearization, one type of step it could take is inviting back IAEA into its own nuclear program, and that would provide a lot of reassurance in the region. So certainly the kinds of things we're talking about with South Korea, I think, are the types of things we'd like to talk about with North Korea as well in terms of oversight of a nuclear program.
Different issue, Japan. What's Japan's position on our 1-2-3 agreement and with Korea, and then if we move forward with advanced consent to enrichment and reprocessing? Since you worked in both places and you speak all the languages, what is your answer, what do you think, Mr. Zumwalt?
You know, Japan right now is undergoing its own rigorous debate about the future of its civilian nuclear power industry. And as you know, there's a lot of opposition in Japan to continuing its civilian nuclear program. At the same time, they have a lot of technologies and are interested in exporting nuclear power as well. So what I would answer, I guess, is the debate is ongoing in Japan, and it's not clear how they're going to come out.
Maybe my question wasn't clear. I'm not really talking about Japan. I'm talking about Japan's position on us dealing with South Korea, excuse me.
I don't want to speak for the Japanese government, but I've not heard in many years living there concerns about the South Korean civilian nuclear program.
Right. Mr. Countryman?
I would say the same, that the Japanese have not expressed, to my knowledge, a view to the U.S. government about our negotiation with a separate partner. I'm not sure it would be appropriate for them to do so. We deal with each friend on our own terms, on the terms of that relationship.
And then back to the question we're all here in the next 15 seconds. How would the U.S. economy be affected if the 1-2-3 agreement is not approved?
Thank you. As I mentioned, there are exports from the United States. I'm just trying to find the right numbers here. In the last 10 years, from 2001 to 2010, nuclear industry exports from the U.S. to the ROK totaled $181 million in those 10 years. Another example of the kind of cooperation is the contract between the ROK and the United Arab Emirates for nuclear reactors. Westinghouse and other U.S. companies will carry out about 10% of the work associated with this project, amounting to about $2 billion in equipment and services and about 5,000 American jobs across 17 states.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. The gentleman's time has expired. The gentlelady from Hawaii.